What up, Raffleators? Welcome back to my channel. This is Smythe Street and Princess Street. We're at the corner of Smythe Street and Princess Street. We want to take a look at this new DMV building that they're constructing here at the corner of Smythe Street and Princess Street. So this is what they're constructing. It's GRA license office. This is where you go to get fitness in Guyana. You know, when you have inspection, your vehicle inspection, we call it fitness. You have to get your vehicle tested for fitness for road use. And this is the location where you normally brought your vehicle to get it tested for fitness. Now this used to be called license and fitness department. That is where you the police actually operated, where if you bought a new vehicle, you imported a new vehicle, you brought it to this building and you applied for fitness. They would charge you the cost of, I think the annual cost of fitness license. In the US they called inspection, right? The inspection sticker, and you would pay your taxes on a new vehicle. So this is what the Guyana equivalent to the Department of Motor Vehicles, the DMV, is, and they're actually building a new one here in Georgetown in Smythe Street at the location where morning.
I want you to know this license office is supposed to come back there, right?
Yeah.
The change now.
No, what happened is they moved.
Oil and gas company coming in here.
No, what they did is they moved the license department into the Guyana Revenue Authority.
In Lamar Street there.
No, what happened is they took the department that used to be here. It is now housed in the GRA building.
Okay.
So GRA is now responsible for fitness.
Yeah, but they're not coming back here anymore.
Yeah, that's what the sign says. The sign says GRA.
That's what the sign says.
Yeah.
I only got to know that he has it from the boss man is the contractor.
Okay,
Like
so you're saying that the sign is wrong?
Right now, it was supposed to be the license place, right?
Yes, it is.
But they make a change complete now. Some oil and gas place coming in here now.
Okay, well, you were informing me. I don't know. You're telling me.
I got caught in the phone because I know since before them born, the license office was there all the time.
Yeah, this is what I know. I was just telling them. What I'm doing is I'm making a video for people living in the US and Canada and so on.
Yeah,
showing
I understand that.
what's happening in Guyana.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling them what's happening. I can see, but if you got inside information, you got more. You want to tell them? No, tell them.
No, you can do that for me.
Yeah, so this guy lives in the neighborhood. You live here, right? And he has new information. It says that this is going to become a location for the oil and gas companies. Now we're going to wait to see what happens in the end when this building is completed. But right now, this is Smythe Street, and this is what used to be license and fitness, and it's now, in other words, the Department of Motor Vehicles. Okay, so September. He's saying that this building is supposed to be finished in September. Thanks. This building is supposed to be completed in September, and he says this is going to be another location for the oil and gas companies because the government negotiated some kind of deal with them to take over. There are a lot of oil and gas companies operating in Guyana, and there is a demand for property, you know, commercial property out of which they can operate. But this building, which used to be Guyana's equivalent to the DMV, I guess the location is good for such an industry, the oil and gas industry. But we're gonna have to wait and see actually what happens in the end, because as the sign says, this is going to be the new GRA licensing office for vehicles, what is the equivalent of the DMV. Building a huge bridge here, and they're building tall walls. Now it's not beyond the possibility of this turning into another project. In other words, this building being repurposed for another purpose. But we're gonna have to wait and see that, because as far as I know, this still is the location where GRA will collect vehicle taxes. In other words, they're gonna tax you for fitness or inspection, that inspection sticker. That's Princess Street here in Georgetown, Guyana. It's Sunday morning and morning. Now what we're doing is actually heading up the coast to see, well, the East Bank, to see what's happening with that new parking garage. It's about a mile away from here, and I thought I'd just take a look at this area. This is high school, the new Central High School. Actually, I've been looking for this location for a long time. I told some people that Central High School, or some people told me that Central High School had been relocated, but I was never able to find it where they moved it. And it turns out that it's right here on Princess Street. This building, which used to be, what, St. Mary's? This building has been now repurposed, has been turned into Central High School. So that storied high school with all the famous Guyanese that used to be on Smythe Street close to Hadfield Street is now here. This is Central High School. I don't know if the building is still the same in terms of size as it was, as the old school was, but I really do think that they need to build modern high schools. This, I hope, is just a temporary location. I hope they build Central High School back into what was in fact one of the most famous high schools in the country, and it's now here on Princess Street. And I hope they, with all the oil and gas money, can redesign some of these high schools to be modern complexes with proper health and fitness facilities and so on. You can see down between these two buildings, that's the 7-story building on Kroll Street. We've seen that in the past. This is also a new building coming up at the corner of High Street and Princess Street. So this building is in fact, was it police? No, it's a, I'm not quite familiar what this building is doing. It's an Amerindian heritage. Okay, so this is a Amerindian hostel, right? Morning. So this is under control of the Ministry of Amerindian Affairs, Amerindian Heritage Bureau. But this building, I think, is now under new control. This is prime location at the corner of High Street and Princess Street, and it's one of the locations I thought might be good for putting a university campus in the city. But I think the oil and gas companies are going to snap this up because there's a tremendous demand for this type of property. Morning. So this is High Street, the corner of High Street and Princess Street, and right at the, we're almost at the Demerara River, because these buildings are actually at the corner of Princess and, what is that? Continuation of Water Street. Here is that new building. Well, it's not a new building, it's actually an old building that's being reimagined, repurposed. This is High Street. So they're actually building a new complex. It's a large property, so they're actually refurbishing an old building into what is a large complex. Still remains to be seen what will actually be will end up being on this location. This is High Street, but this is what is there now. It's right next door to what used to be Guyana Broadcasting Corporation and Carnegie School of Home Economics, that green building. So this is what's happening here, guys. This is what's happening in Georgetown, Guyana, on High Street, with government buildings, government construction. All of those shipping containers tell you that we're right next to the river, and there's a port beyond that street. Let's see, this canal will take you out to the river. Within a few, maybe 100 meters or so, we're at the river. And so beyond that, there are ships coming in and offloading. That's what's happening here, guys. Princess Street and High Street. It's a gas station here at the corner, and it's now closed. And there's some empty land, which I eventually will be snapped up and turned into some property, some commercial property, because that's what's happening in this neck of the woods. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe in the comments below. Tell me what you think about these changes here on High Street and Princess Street, and share this video with friends and family around the world, that people know what's happening here in Georgetown, Guyana. Later.